Greetings from the mangosteen garden, where we are having our second open house day. Yesterday's open house was pretty good, actually, considering how remote we are. We had about 6 or 7 parties come by, and they all bought something, including eggs, which we now have plenty of, especially duck eggs. And here's our little station on the roadside, and fortunately there is a pretty shishi cafe down that road and to the left. So a lot of people are going into the cafe now, saw us, and are planning to come on the way out. That's what happened yesterday. We also moved the ice cream sales to here for now. And I'm about to go and join the kids on the trees. Oh, here comes someone. Ni Jok la? So there's Jok. And I just got stuck off the tree because we need to go and do something at the other garden. We have a paying guest for once, so that's really good. I'm trying to open up revenue streams everywhere because, you know, growing fruit in Thailand is kind of a loss-making business because the middleman really squeezes the farmers, and so you end up making less on a kilo than you had to put in terms of nutrients and work and so on, especially if you're organic. So here are our mangosteen trees. These are obviously the ones that are not getting picked yet. And our team is up the trees, and I'm going to join them too. So Tak is going to demonstrate. Tak จะขึ้นไปสอยไหมหรือว่ามีข้างล่างด้วยเพิ่งลงมาเหรอแล้วใครอยู่Joe la. Okay, so we're gonna go watch Joe. Joe is up a tree. You can see the shoes are at the bottom of the ladder. Ooh, he's got a nice high. สวัสดีค่ะโจโชว์ให้หน่อยว่าสอยยังไงถ่ายวิดีโออยู่มีเปล่าคะหรือไม่มีไม่มี Okay, so he just took them all down from tree number 7. ตองมีเปล่าตรงนั้น That one there. So you can see picking mangosteens is a very labor-intensive and fun, but time-consuming business. So now he's just going to take that one with his hand and put it in his his bag. And ทำไมปิดเพลงแล้วอ่ะเมื่อกี้สนุกดี They were listening to wild music before and like dancing and singing, and then they heard me coming, and all of a sudden it's all quiet. I said, turn on the music again. That was more fun. มีเปล่าตอนนี้เมื่อวานต้นนี้เหมือนมี 4-5 ลูกแล้วSo basically, we have to go through all 130 of the trees every day or other day and take down just the ones that are already ripe, that are tree ripened. We do not do the selling of the half-ripe ones to the middleman, which is what they want, because they want to be able to let it ripen in their stores and then sell it on for at least 2 or 3 times the price. But they just don't taste as good because, of course, if they're tree ripened, in those final days on the tree, they're getting a lot of the flavor and a lot of the nutrients. So we prefer to ripen them on the trees. These are pretty much picked already because they went through these ones yesterday. Let me go over to a part of the garden that they might not have gotten to yesterday. So today, basically, we're opening up the garden to the outside. People can come in, take a look at the trees, take a look at how mangosteens are picked, take a look at the other trees too, because we have other fruit here as well, rambutan and longkong. So I'll give you a little tour as if you were here, because I know a lot of you won't have the opportunity to be here. But if you are in the area, or if you want to make a road trip down, you can always contact me, make sure that the garden's open. If not, we'll open it for you. We have to do this work every day anyway. So if you want to come buy your mangosteens at special orchard prices. Oh, there's one, for example, 2. One's right there and one right there. So those would be picked today. Okay, now the people who sell to the cooperatives or the middlemen, not the cooperatives, the middlemen, they would pick them when they're much greener than this. So this one is one that we would pick. This one will be edible the day after tomorrow. I mean, it's edible already, but it'll have its full taste. It needs to forget the tree first, and then it'll have its full taste by the day after tomorrow. These little yellow things are just excess rain that was then sent out through the skin. The non-organic farms will spray something on the skin to prevent that from happening, but then what happens is the excess water just stays inside the fruit and turns the mangkud glassy, which is called gao in Thai. Okay, let me find a different kind of tree to look at. Ah, there's a ngot tree, rambutan. Well, these here are durian trees, but they are just like anuban, they're kindergarten. They're 1.5 to 2 years old. They won't be bearing fruit for another 3 years because we are organic. We don't rush them. Okay, so here is a rambutan tree. As you can see, they're getting very close to ripeness now. These are the funniest looking fruit, and they're so delicious too. Sadly, we don't even have any more to sell right now because all of our ripe ones were bought up yesterday by somebody who loves rambutan. So these here are getting towards ripeness right now. These are ngot si thong, golden rambutan. I know I've said this before, so bear with me, but there are two kinds of rambutans essentially. The red ones, ngot long lian, or school rambutan, which are a bright red and have little green tips. And those need insects, bees, etc. to pollinate them. Whereas the ngot si thong, the golden rambutan, are self-pollinators. So they don't need any bugs around. And so in the gardens that use pesticides, those are very popular because, of course, pesticides also kill the good pests that pollinate the fruit. So anyway, I prefer ngot long lian, the red kind. They just taste better to me. They're a little sweeter. But the golden kind are good for people who have sugar issues. So if you are pre-diabetic or something, you can eat the golden kind. Ngot si thong. All right, let me find a longkong tree because I think they're so interesting. Wait, I think I walked right past it already. Our longkong trees are still quite small, and they never get quite as big as the other ones anyway. So longkong are a very delicious fruit too. Langsat, I think, in English. And they have the peculiarity of growing straight out of the trunk. So here, these are some future longkong, or they are already longkong, but they're nowhere near ripe yet. And if we look very closely at the trunk, you can see where the next sprigs like that are going to come out. Wait, I have to find one first. They're not everywhere. And I'm not the world's best spotter of sprigs either. No, but here I really think, oh, okay, like here. I don't know if you can see that. Right there. That's a little, whoops, behind my finger. So you can tell that there's going to be some before they even come out of the trunk. Now, we haven't been putting as much effort into the longkong because that's not our primary crop, but we did start giving them fertilizer and so on more. So now they are growing more. Ah, here we go. Finally, we can't work without music, right? ทำงานไม่เปิดเพลงไม่สนุกเลย Okay, wait. I'm cheating. I'm grabbing things off her tree. So this is Thong's. Yeah. Thong is all sweaty, so it's sweaty work, but it's fun too. As long as we have a lot of people working on it. We're bringing in more people next week, which will make it even better. Here you can see my team has their own little water canisters that they hang near wherever they're working. So here, more future ngot. And because we are organic, you can see that under the trees we have grass. Okay, in the pesticide gardens, they spray to get rid of the grass. Cutting grass is a lot more work, but of course, it leaves the soil intact, and whatever goes into the grass, the Roundup and so on, at the pesticide gardens also goes into your fruit. So you don't really want that. And because we don't have pesticides in the soil, we can grow things under the trees, like chili and edible ferns, which are on the other side of the garden, so I'm not going to go there. Because I'm sweating now too. Plus, I want to get up in the trees. This here in front of you is a lamyai tree. The dragon eye fruit, lamyai. And these are grown mostly in the north, like Chiang Mai, Chiang Rai, and so on. They're not super happy here, and here they only bear fruit every other year, basically. But it's a beautiful tree. It gives lovely shade, so we have a few of those as well. This is Thu's vegetable garden. We brought some seeds from France. Because the Thai tomatoes don't really have much taste, and we tried to grow them. Let's see what happens. These are cucumbers. Right now, the vegetable garden is kind of neglected because we are focusing on the mangosteens. But we do have some eggplants and some wing beans. These are already basically going to seed, which means that she's going to use them for the next crop. So, just a quick look at the mangosteen garden. This here is a mamia tree. Mamia is a kind of fruit that you don't get much in the markets. It's more of an antique variety, but it's also very good for you. All Thai fruits have their health benefits. There we've strung up the ubiquitous hammock. Every Thai garden has to have at least one hammock. And yeah, come on by if you're in the area, please. It's worth coming to see in person, and you can support a small family business. If you can't come by, at least order our fruit, okay? We've got tons and tons of fruit right now. Beautiful mangoes. They don't grow in this garden. They grow at Suan Mangkud, which is 2 kilometers down the road. Let me give you a quick look. So we have different kinds of มะม่วง เดี๋ยวอธิบายให้ฟังหน่อยนะคะ นี่น้ำดอกไม้ใช่ไหมคะ These are น้ำดอกไม้ อันนี้ก็น้ำดอกไม้เหรอคะ Huh? Mahachanok. See, they have a different shape. In fact, Mahachanok, nok means bird in Thai. And to me, it kind of looks like a little bird sitting there. Okay. Ani okrang. Okrang, my favorite. Okrang, right here. And, of course, our primary product, the mangosteens. So send me a message if you want to order. We usually send them on one day, and they're there the next day. That's what the report from Bangkok has been. Got Samui took 2 days. Chiang Mai took 2 days, but we send all over Thailand, and we do watch where we're sending. So if it's far away, we will pick the ones that aren't going to be overripe by the time they get to you. All right.